Hey YouTube, it's Nerdcat again for another Friday video. As you can see, I am back from Georgia. I had a great time visiting my family, and I hope you guys enjoyed my special Talking Nerdy Jurassic Park episode from last week with my cousin. I had a lot of fun making it with her, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now this is the second and final part of the Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe Talking Nerdy. This episode I'm going to talk about the plot line of the game itself. So anyway, in the first part of the video, of the Mortal Kombat Talking Nerdy, I talked about the publishers and the department heads that put the game out, the release date, the gameplay, and the characters you can play within the game. So we're just gonna jump right into the plotline. As I said in the in the first video of this, the whole game starts with Raiden and Superman destroying their greatest enemy, Shao Kahn and Darkseid, which causes the merging of the two worlds. While this is going on, because of the merging, people are disappearing from each side of the different universes. People from White Lotus are disappearing, and people from Justice League are disappearing. While they're disappearing, there's this thing called Rage going around, which is infecting a lot of the characters. So, the first person who gets infected is Flash, and he gets infected and tries to attack Batman. But when that's happening, Scorpion disappears and takes the place of Flash. So Batman is now faced with Scorpion, and Liu Kang is faced with Flash, who he kidnaps thinking he's someone else. But after he kidnaps Flash, Liu Kang switches and he is confronted with Batman. And of course gets overwhelmed with rage and fights Batman. So everyone's disappearing to each other's realms and thinking each other are villains who are starting this whole thing, so they fight each other, and the rage infects all of them, causing them to fight the people they think are villains, as well as each other's own friends and colleagues. Wonder Woman attacks... Sorry, got lost on track for a second. Sonya attacks Jax, and Captain Marvel attacks everyone because he's really susceptible because he goes under rage like twice in the game. While that's happening, Wonder Woman is trying to find Superman, and she has to fight. She goes under the rage and fights Shang Tsung and Katana, but she soon finds out that Superman is in the Fortress of Solitude, captured by Sub-Zero, but she, saves him. Captain Marvel again falls under the effects of rage and attacks Green Lantern. Jax and Sonya capture Lex Luthor. There's a lot of kidnapping, fighting, disappearing, reappearing. A lot of that going on. All happening at the same time, because technically all of this is happening in like the same time period, time zone, time shift. I don't know, I'm making things up now. But it's all happening congruently, so even though you're like in one stage, another thing is happening at the same time. So sometimes you'll just be in the middle of one fight and then just be sucked into a completely different thing after you win the fight, which is very confusing but really cool at the same time. Anyway, Everyone's being captured, fighting. Scorpion gets to hunt down Katana, and this is my favorite part of the gameplay when I'm playing on the Mortal Kombat side, because Scorpion's gameplay is my favorite. First off, you fight Batman and win. Then, while you're searching for Katana, you fight Joker, Superman, and Wonder Woman. So cool, especially seeing Joker and Scorpion fight, because they are both my favorite villains, and I just find them really interesting fighting each other, since they each have their own little tricks that seem kind of unfair in a regular fight, but you know, they're villains, it doesn't really matter. But it's really cool to watch. It could just be me, but I highly recommend you guys play that part, because it's awesome. And of course he finds Katana. Captain Marvel overpowers people again. So anyway, Captain Marvel and Katana describe the threat of Dark Khan to their comrades, and each team sends out a number of pairs to one another's realms to seek out the enemies, with whom they believe are fighting with Dark Khan. Even though neither of them are fighting with Dark Khan, it's all just ignorancy. They don't know what's happening, so it's just causing chaos to themselves, really. If they just took a second just to think, they probably would have been fine and none of this would have happened. But you know, that's me just overthinking it. Anyway, Joker and Deathstroke come in, because why not? It's not a game without Deathstroke, is it? Anyway, they come in to intercept the military base, which is supposed to have a portal that might lead to Khan himself, but are confronted by Sonya and Kano. Joker, however, gets overwhelmed with the rage and easily defeats them. Then he turns on Deathstroke, and now that he has this all-powerful power, of course, what is Joker going to do? He goes straight after Batman. He beats Batman, but is soon knocked out, so the rage can't overwhelm him, because apparently if you're unconscious, rage doesn't work, because it's a whole brain thing, but whatever. Later, it's revealed that this was all a decoy for Lex Luthor and Catwoman to take over the base. Then, some more fighting happened with Liu Kang and Shang Tsung, who fight alongside each other against Superman and Green Lantern, and Liu Kang and Green Lantern briefly have rage take over them during the fight. Then, at the military base, Luthor contacts Justice League, telling them where he is. Jax tries to intervene, but is defeated by Luthor. Then a raging Flash comes in with an unconscious Catwoman, but Luthor beats him unconscious just before the League arrives, along with Joker and Deathstroke. Both Raiden and Superman lead their comrades into a portal, which takes them to a deserted location, which appears to be a merge of Outworld and Apocalypse. Dark Khan arrives and forces them all to fight each other. This fight leads nowhere, really. Then, of course, Superman and Raiden are overcome with rage and battle Lex Luthor and Shang Tsung till Batman and Liu Kang intervene, stopping them from killing him. By reminding their respective leaders to remember who the real enemy is. Raiden snaps out of it just before almost killing Liu Kang, and Batman convinces Superman to never give up, resulting in the rage being taken out of Superman's head. Really, guys? He's like, yo, dude, never give up. I'm free. What? No, that's not Superman logic. Superhero logic. Out the window. But whatever. I digress. Anyway, this then leads to Superman and Raiden going to Khan's fortress to fight each other, but they soon realize that neither of them are fighting for Khan, so they work together to use Khan's own energy against him. lost my train of thought. As a result, the worlds are put back in order, but Shao Kahn and Darkshed have transported to one another's realms, but they are now powerless. So at the end of the game, you see Darkshed chained in the Nether Realm and Shao Kahn imprisoned in Phantom Zone. So at the end of the game, I think it's a better ending that way, because like if they went back to their respective realms, like the villains in their respective realms, then no one would really believe any of that actually happened. It would feel really dreamlike, and that would weird me out. But because each of them are in the other's realm, it's still there. Like, this actually happened. You merged your two worlds together and then came together to fight evil. Because, you know, you're all heroes. Well, except for Joker, Deathstroke, and Scorpion. But, you know, whatever. And I think Sub-Zero. Whatever. But it's a really cool game. Lots of fun gameplay. Graphics are gorgeous. You get to play your favorite characters on both sides of the realms. And it's just a lot of fun. I highly recommend you guys go and find it. I have it on the Xbox 360. I know they have it on the PlayStation 3. I'm pretty sure they might have already made it into Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Right? That's the new one. But, you know, I don't know that. But either way, it's a great game. I highly recommend it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you next week for another video. Maybe even a Loot Crate video. I'm not sure. That should be coming out soon. But that's it for me today. As always, stay nerdy, my friends. Later.